So I wanted to go ahead and make a video on the antenna of the S2000 and pretty much making a delete on it and covering it up with a piece of metal. So right now it is, I don't know if the antenna is on. I didn't remove like the whole mechanism, so I'm not sure if the antenna is on. I just went ahead and grinded down the little rubber or plastic that was there because it was kind of like this already. It looks like it broke off. So I just went ahead and left it on there, and all I did was just grinded the rest of it down because it was sticking up about, you know, this far up over the metal. So grinded that down, and you know, it was kind of like this the whole time. So I'm pretty sure water got in through here too. I don't know why they wouldn't cover it up, and I didn't even cover it up myself. I just left it like that, so I guess you can blame me too. But I want to take the proper precautions now that I have the car about to be painted and everything. I was like, might as well do a delete on it because I like how the antenna looks, don't get me wrong, but I don't really are in need of it and don't really care for it sticking out because this is what it looked like before anyways. So might as well do a proper delete. And so as you can see, I made the little metal piece and shape. It's not a circle, it's more like an oval shape. So what I did was put a piece of tape and then traced the line, and then pretty much used I used my this grinder to kind of grind down that piece of plastic. Then I used the metal cutters to cut out the piece of metal from here, and then I used my sander, belt sander right there to get the shape. And by the way, this is 22 gauge steel. Usually that's what they recommend for cars. So I've used it kind of on my Datsun before, so I had some spare laying around. So it sits perfectly on there. And there's only one way really that it goes, or two ways, you know, since it's oval. So like you can't really put it any other way. It's not gonna fit. It's whatever way the oval shape fits. So the problem I'm having right now is one side seems to fall in a little bit. So you see that like little side right there seems to fall in, and this side seems to stay perfectly fine. So tomorrow I'm gonna have more magnets just here holding it up. I'm not gonna use this one. This one's just to like have it here and I don't lose it. So tomorrow when I have the chance to weld the piece of metal, I'll do that. I grinded this surrounding out just so when I come tomorrow I don't have to do that. It's already prepared. All I have to do is come in, weld, then grind it down, then put some Bondo over it. So I ain't too worried about, you know, all this jazz right here. And tomorrow you just one clean swoop, quick weld, and should be done. I don't think I'm gonna have any more problems with that. So I'm very happy about that. And leave the antenna on there. It's still gonna work properly, I believe, unless this kind of creates kind of a problem, you know, like interfering, but I don't think so. So hopefully this helps. I'm gonna show you the welding process next, or when it's done welding, and we'll go from there. So I'm just gonna start welding, and I wanted to show how it looks right now. I got these little magnets from Harbor Freight. They are great. And as you can see, this is the side that was kind of like falling down, and there was a gap here, and not a gap, but a lip. So now it's dead even. It feels super smooth, exactly how we want it. And I'm just gonna tack and weld these sides, and then take this off and weld on that side, just so it can stay up and we have no problems. So let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you. So I did a couple welds right now. This side has a little lip, so I'm gonna hammer it in a little bit just so it can go down a bit. Having trouble with my welder right now. Can't get proper welds. It's just not, I think the gun is broken, so I'm gonna have to work with this for now because this is the last thing I need to weld on this car. So I just want to go ahead and finish it up. Try my best to fix this up later on. So here it is right now, and I just grinded all the spot welds down. As you can see, there's two little gaps here. I had seen them before, but the weld was in the way that I did, the couple of welds, so I couldn't get in there properly. So I just went ahead and grinded everything down. This gives me a chance to kind of see all the little pinholes and needles. Right now there's nothing. that I can see that I feel like it's gonna get water through or anything like that. So it's just a matter of welding these up and being done. Of course, if you see a pinhole, doesn't matter how small, you go ahead and get it, because moisture, water is gonna build up and get in there. So now that I finished grinding all this down, I'm gonna go ahead and finish welding this up and then grind it again and probably put Bondo over it, or see if I can put some kind of treatment so no moisture water gets through either way. So let me go ahead and do that. So there's the weld completely done. As you can see, you can see the marks of where the welds were. That's perfectly fine. If you can grind that a little bit more, you can, but I'm fine with it because the Bondo is going to go over it, and it's perfectly even and low enough to put the Bondo over, and there won't be like a bulge anywhere. I can see right here that I need to grind this a little bit more down. No problem, I will do that. And so yeah, there it is. I'll show you a couple angles so you can see how low it is, but that's how you do an antenna delete. Hopefully this doesn't get any kind of rust or anything. Leave any comments as to any help that you may need, or if you want to see a kind of like a future progress video, see how it's doing and making sure that it's not rusting up. I can probably check from the bottom to see how that's doing, obviously, because it's going to be painted. Can't really see this part anymore, but I am going to put a sealer when I do paint, so hopefully that on top of the already Bondo should help and hold. Problem is Bondo holds moisture a little bit, so you got to be really careful with that. So the sealer should help with that problem. But this is the last step of me welding, I hope, unless I see something I need to weld, but I hope this is the last thing I need to do. So yeah guys, please like and subscribe.